Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Yeah, it's just one of those chill nights. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? How is your nights? Beverage for tonight. The choice of beverage is water. All right. Well, that was an interesting live stream tonight for the members only. Hopefully, those who are members caught the live stream. If you didn't, you can watch the replay. You guys know how to find the link. It's in the community tab. You guys will be able to check that out. So I just figured I'd come on one more time today. I think tomorrow it's going to take it easy, so I might not pop on at all tomorrow. And I don't know. I was thinking about moving that Death Note painting over here. I'm not sure if I want to do that, but I do know that I want to get a couple of posters. I just don't know which posters I want to get. If I want to get like a Godzilla versus Kong poster, they have slapped that behind me. I don't know, I just kind of want to liven up this area a little bit for the live stream. I think that'd be kind of cool, you know. Man, it's just one of those nights. Saturday night, don't really have anything really going on. It kind of tells you, you know, I'm reaching my age. I don't find, you know, things like going to the bar, going to the club to being necessarily entertaining. I don't know. I guess I'm just getting old as hell. That's really what's happening. I'm just getting old as heck. Oh man, the news on that Mario thing is just astounding. Another article popped up about it on the New York Times. Forgotten copy of Super Mario Bros. Sets record at auction. A record at the auction. I'm telling you, this dude did not forget about it. 12 new and notable Android apps from the last 2 weeks, including Glug, Stack, and Balance. Apple expands Apple Arcade with classic App Store games. That's kind of interesting. How to change Siri voice in iOS 14.5. I guess there's a new way of doing that. The biggest iPhone redesign in years just leaked. Everything's leaking. I hate leaks. I really do. I mean, see, leaks plays a beneficial role for me to be able to bring you guys information and have something to talk about on the live streams or even make videos about. TE or Tay, hello. Hello, what's going on? But at the same time, too, leaks also suck because it takes the fun out of the surprise for anything down the road. I don't really know how I feel about leaks. It sucks. Especially when it pertains to the Google Pixels. You guys know me, I'm a Pixel fanboy. I say it all the time, I say it proudly. But I am not, I repeat, I am not oblivious to the Pixel shortcomings. I know all the Pixel shortcomings. I will admit them. I'll admit them and wear them like a badge. But yeah. Let's try something here. Let's kind of move this around a little bit. Cleared off space on my desk. So let's see if we can do that. What do you say? I understand if it's a movie, but we need leaks in tech to make financial decisions. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that statement. Because the reason why I say that is because when a phone is released, a lot of reviewers, right? So they're already under an embargo. They can't talk about the phone until the announcement, and then they can drop their video reviews and talk about how they've been using it for the past couple of weeks or anything like that, right? So like you can make your financial decisions without having to have leaks. Because the thing about it, and this is my thing, you can't put a lot of stock into the leaks. Because there's been times where like something leaked and everyone totally believed it, and then it was completely opposite. Nothing close to what was even leaked. And so you can't bet it all on leaks and make your financial decisions on that. You have to bet it on something that's solid and more tangible. And so for that being said, when the phone is announced and the embargo is lifted on a lot of tech reviewers, you're gonna get like bombarded with a bunch of different reviews, and then that will help you make your decision whether you're going to buy the phone or not. Because like when phones are announced, they're not usually up for sale just yet. Pre-orders begin to happen. So like when you get leaks like 6 months ahead of when the announcement is going to be made, there's no pre-order at that time. So therefore, yeah. But the negativity about leaks is that it takes all the fun out of it. You don't get surprised about anything because you already know what to expect, especially if the source is credible, right? Like when it comes to iPhone and leaks about the iPhone, Min Chi Kuo pretty much gets it on lock most of the time. And then you also got John Prosser who talks about it. And, normally he's pretty much spot on with, his sources. So it just takes the fun out of it. There's no surprise. There's no nothing to be wowed about. You know what I mean? There's no wow factor involved. It's kind of sad. Leaks do more harm than good, and that's why I struggle with it. Doing these live stream podcasts. That's where I kind of struggle with it, because the leaks give me something to talk about on the live streams. It gives me something to announce or whatever. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Can't have your cake and eat it too. It's those type of scenarios. So I'm just not sure. Let me see where everybody is at tonight. If there's like a Twitter live going on. I noticed about Twitter live, when people do live streams on Twitter, it doesn't really announce it for you. Oh, what is happening on Twitter? Let's see. What is my favorite phone right now? Pixel 5. Pixel 5 is my favorite phone right now. It's the one I use the most. Second to that, so like the three phones that I use right now is the Pixel 5, my Pixel 4, and the iPhone XS. Those are the three phones that I keep with me all the time. Every now and then it switches between the Pixel 4, then I switch it to the Pixel 4a, so it kind of bounces back and forth. But yeah, those are my top. Yeah, I still get crap given to me because I don't buy into the Samsung ecosystem. And I'll probably catch crap from Latrell for saying this, but the Samsung ecosystem really doesn't entice me at all whatsoever. To me, getting a Samsung device is like it's getting a device with Android, and it's overloaded with too much going on there. I just the user experience is a little bit off for me when it comes to Samsung. It always has been. So yeah, I just never really gravitated to it. I think the last Samsung device I've ever used is the Samsung Galaxy J7 2016. One UI versus stock Android. Stock Android. For me, always stock Android. I can always do more with stock Android and change it up a little bit. As a matter of fact, with the Pixels and the bootloaders not being locked, if I wanted to, I can install a custom ROM and do a lot more than what One UI will offer. But for me, I guess I'm out of those days of flashing custom ROMs. I don't really see a reason to be doing that all the time now. It used to be heavy on that stuff like a long time ago, but not anymore. Not anymore at all. What about you? What do you prefer, One UI or stock Android? I've already played around. See, like, because I don't buy the phones doesn't mean I don't play around with them. Like, my thing is, I will go to where they have them, and yes, I'm that goofball that will go in and ask them to pretty much play around with it, and I'll stay for like an hour or two in the store to really kind of play around with it. Um, you're using a Samsung F62? Cool. And you know, and it's all down to preferences. I mean, if One UI is your cup of tea, it's your cup of tea. In no way am I saying that nobody should use Samsung. It's just it's not for me. I've used it. I've never really been a fan of it. Playing around with One UI because I wanted to see the difference with like how One UI has changed up from TouchWiz. And you know, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I like the way the UI looks to a degree. It's not heavy packed like it was with TouchWiz, but it still has a lot of jang. It still has a lot of things going for it that I just find to be annoying as a user for user experience, and so I kind of stray away from that. I almost got the Pixel 5, but ended up getting the S21 Ultra. My previous phone was a OnePlus 6T. Nice grab. See, like with the Pixel 5, it's a hit or miss with that one. I think the only way the Pixel 5 actually gives a very good experience is if you don't have an expectation of, you know, a Snapdragon 800 series. Me personally, I've used other flagship devices and compared it to my Pixel 5, and Android is very optimized on my Pixel 5, so I have no trouble at all whatsoever with it, even though I know that it's only pushing a 765G with the Snapdragon X52 modem. The modem doesn't really bother me because it tops out at 3.1 gigabits per second on the downlink, and the uplink, it tops out at 1.5 gigabits per second. So I'm okay with that. It's not like the newer modems where it can, you know, do maybe, you know, 4 or 5 gigs per second, but 3.1 gigabits per second on the down and 1.5 gigabits per second on the up is decent for me. I can use the Pixel 5. Of course, I am interested in getting the Pixel 6. I do want to test out the GS 101 chip that Google's coming out with. So that is something that I'm really looking forward to. Have I tried Total Wireless? No. When I was in Vegas, I didn't get a chance to meet up with Carlos. I know he wanted me to test out Total Wireless, and so I was supposed to meet up with him to get a SIM and to try it out, but I we just couldn't make it happen. I couldn't click up and get that SIM. So, but from what I hear from Carlos, it's like it's way better than Visible as far as connectivity to Verizon's network. So, Pixel is the iPhone of Android world. Nah, I disagree with that. The Pixel is not the iPhone of the Android world. It's not even comparable on that level, right? Because we know that the iPhone with Apple always tends to try to go premium flagship territory. And the Google Pixel has gone down to high-end mid-ranger. So, yeah, I wouldn't say it's iPhone comparable. But then again, I could have saved money buying the Pixel 5. You could have. Did you take advantage of the recent deal? One of my followers, Bet Sun, actually told me the other day on the live stream that he was able to get the Galaxy S21 Ultra, the 256 gig model. He got that one for $250 at Best Buy by trading in, getting $400 off, or was it $600 off? And then he got an additional $400 off doing it through Best Buy. So it took $1,000 off the price. He only paid $250, which is not bad at all. iPhone 12 Pro Max is the best so far. Battery maximum capacity 100%, and been using it hard since day one. And iPhone 12 Pro Max is really on the top there, but it's not going to hold that throne. And that's the thing about smartphones. Smartphones never really hold a throne long. There's always one that comes up, and then everyone's like, "This is the flagship of the year," and they're like, "Yeah, it's the greatest of all time." Really? Is that loud? There it goes. Is that better? However, then afterwards, you know, something comes along and knocks it off. But don't you have to activate the phone at Best Buy for that cheap price? He didn't say, but I do think so, because you are getting the phone at Best Buy, you're setting it up and everything like that. So I do believe it has to be activated there. Is there a specific reason that I should know about when it comes to Best Buy? Because I'm not intending on getting the Galaxy S21 Ultra, but I think other people might try to take advantage of the deal, and maybe there's something that they might know. If you know, because I don't. I don't tend to, I don't know, I guess I'm weird like that. I do not trade in any of my phones. Like, all my phones, my old phones, I have them. If I was to go through my storage and grab them, I can go back to my earliest Boost mobile phones and go all the way up to the most current, which is the Pixel 5. Yeah. Let me know if the audio for like the background music is much better right now. I know Tariq said it was way too loud. I only had the volume for the music like at 15%, but I dropped it down lower. I just want to make sure. I just figured, because I'm not going to be doing any screen sharing or anything like that on this live stream. It's just a chill sesh. So I just figured, liven it up a little bit. But yeah, I am currently, I pretty much already made up my mind. I guess I'm going to be saving up for the Pixel 6. The only downside about getting a Pixel 6 is that it's not going to be supported for unlimited high-resolution photo backup on Google Photos. My Pixel 5 and all my older Pixel devices will. So any photos I take with them, it's going to be backed up. Which, again, I still think is a stupid decision by Google to do that, because the Pixel 6 is getting an upgraded camera sensor. So it's not getting the IMX363 sensor that's been in Pixel phones since the Pixel 2. It's getting a new sensor. So you got a new camera sensor tag teaming with the AI for imperfection corrections via the Google Photos app. And then, if you are a Google One member, you have the ability to actually do other fantastic things with it. I'll explain more later. But it totally sucks that we're not, like, with the Pixel 6 or even the Pixel 5a and the Pixel 6, they will not have unlimited high-res backup on Google Photos. That totally blows. I think they should have stopped it if they needed to, stop it at the 6, and with the Pixel 7 and forward, not do it. It's just a crazy time to do it this year. I mean, this year we're losing Hangouts for good. We're just months away from Hangouts just shutting down completely, and then we're all reliant on Google Chat. We're losing unlimited high-res backups with Google Photos to all Android devices, except for the Pixel 5s and older. It's crazy. So I like the Pixel phones, but their hardware isn't that great. Also, the resale value is not that good too. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their different reasons on it, right? Like, I know that's one of the reasons why, like, there are people who are like diehard iPhone users. It's not only the fact that they really enjoy iOS and iMessage and FaceTime and stuff like that, but they also love the fact that the resale value on iPhones is really good. So when they're ready to upgrade to a new iPhone, they can easily post anywhere and resell it. Like, I see right now people still buying iPhone XS's, and there are people who are selling the 64 gig model for $400, and people are buying it at $400. And I'm left scratching my head like, no way. Pixels have a slight good resale value, because I've seen like the Pixel 2 still go for $300, and there's people that's buying. Yeah, this track is just weird. It goes high, low, high, low, high, low. So there's certain songs that's like really high, and there's certain songs that's like really low. So this time I'm gonna be playing with the volume for the background. But yeah, there's Pixels out there that pretty much have it. Because you think about it, right? Like, I've seen the Pixel 3 when it launched at $799 for the 64 gig base model, right? $899 if you wanted the 128 gig. And I still see Pixel 3s being sold and bought today at pretty much half the price, at $350, $400. It's still being sold at. So you can get half the value back But with iPhones, there's people who are selling them at 80% value. So, there's like iPhone 7s that still are selling that are going for like $379, $400. It's crazy. Let's see. I found your channel by searching Visible Podcast on Podcast Addict. Dan found your YouTube channel. Really? Wow. Awesome. So you actually found my audio podcast. That's cool. I appreciate you for finding me. Hopefully you did subscribe. Yeah, Visible has changed. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, at least in my city. And I know it partially has to do with the density of my city that I live in, but I have noticed that Visible has kind of gone downhill from what it was last year. As far as network connectivity for me, it's really gone down. And I know that Visible doesn't have the same QCI level as, Verizon, not postpaid, but postpaid, not prepaid, but postpaid. Visible doesn't have that QCI level, which is the priority to the connection to the network. But I don't know what's going on with Visible. I know there's going to be some ups and downs, only because the Verizon network build out. Obviously, right now, one of my friends, Sneed, has been testing CBRS and awaiting the rollout of C-band. And so, I mean, of course, in order for these things to happen, in order for these things to progress, of course, there's going to be some downtime with the network. The logical thing of thinking, right? Like there's not really a way that you're going to upgrade towers in an area without turning them off while you change up the panels, you install the fiber cables and everything like that in order to push the signal out. But yeah, it's been I want to say a good 3 months that I've experienced Visible not doing the best that what it used to do before. On the LTE side, back before this thing started changing up a little bit, my LTE speeds was hitting about 180, sometimes 200 megabits per second on the down. That's LTE. I know for 5G DSS, it's capped at 200 megabits per second. So on the download side, the uplink is unlimited. So you can shoot like 100 megabits on the uplink, no problems. Live streaming on Visible is not going to be a problem at all if you got great coverage. But for LTE, I was pushing already close to 200 megabits per second. So, with 5G enabled here in Phoenix, it's been enabled here for the longest time. It's just the Pixel 5 finally got access to Visible 5G. I was at least thinking of like more, at least the ping being dropped a little. But that's not the case. It's still kind of wonky a little bit, and I don't know. I guess I gotta wait until things progress better here. Do you use LTE or 5G on Visible? So 5G is spotty for Visible here in my city. So I know definitely in downtown area, 5G is accessible there. But it also hurts that it's using DSS. So that's what technically kind of hurts 5G connectivity. Now, I haven't seen anyone report back to me and tell me that they have Visible and that they were able to access millimeter wave on Verizon. I've asked this question, if anyone can actually do a speed test and upload it to Twitter and show me if they were able to access millimeter wave. I don't remember if Carlos told me it does. I'm so forgetful at my old age right now, but that's something that I want to see. But I know part of the reason that the 5G isn't that great with Visible was because of DSS. So that's where the problem lies. But hopefully things get better here in my city. I tend to switch out my lines. So right now, Metro by T-Mobile is in my Pixel 5 and it's accessing sub-6 5G. So I'm getting about 400 megabits per second on the down and about 100 on the up. Every now and then I'll switch it out and put the Visible SIM inside there just to kind of see and test how Visible is getting better in my city. Because I can't speak for all cities across the United States. That would be ridiculous to make a claim like that. It really just depends where you're at and then actually what's happening in your market. If they're doing upgrades in your market for Visible to actually make it better, then yeah, it's always going to be roughest. Um, the storm is always rough before daylight breaks, or the night's always darkest until the daylight shines. So, anyways, yeah, it's always it's cat and mouse right now. Every carrier is trying to advance and get to getting their 5G networks rolled out. It's just that time that it takes. So the other day, I don't even know if I'm going to try it out, but I did get this from Yahoo Mobile. And all I got to do pretty much is just throw it in my phone and go to yahoo-mobile.com/activate. And I would be on their plan. But their plan is pretty much Visible. It doesn't have the party pay access. It doesn't have the referral program or the new referral program. So, yeah. This is pretty much the same thing. It uses Verizon. Am I friends with Phone Jerome? I'm not personal friends with him. I mean, here's a funny story about Jerome. So I found his YouTube channel sometime last year and was watching him live stream and talk about, like the Pixel phones, iPhones, stuff like that. And he looked really familiar. I'm like, he's familiar. Where do I know him from? So before I closed out my Facebook account, I was going through Facebook and I seen Jerome Ortega. And I'm like, hey, it's him. And it turns out I was actually friends with Jerome on Facebook before I found his YouTube channel. So I don't even know how that connection happened. I don't know I believe maybe he was probably like a suggested friend, because I follow other YouTubers on Facebook. And he may have been a suggested friend and I friend requested him and he may have accepted my friend request. Yeah, he lost time. As a matter of fact, I'm following, I follow him on his Instagram account and follow some of his methods. So in the time that I started fasting, which was back in November 2020, so far I have lost 43 pounds doing the fasting. I'm not as extreme as he is on that level. Like, he will go 4 days finally fasting. Yes, he'll go like 4 days, 5 days without eating, just drinking water. And then he'll do what's called his refeed. And I really enjoyed watching his YouTube channel on his refeeds, where he, eats, he said 5,000 calories. And then he goes back to fasting. I'm not that hardcore of a faster. Like, my fasting is daily, but it's right now it's at 18/6. It's at 18/6. So 18 hours fasting, 6 hours of a feed cycle, and I go back to 18 hours fasting. And literally slowly building myself to do what's it 20/4, and then eventually I'll work my way to get into that mode of being able to go like maybe 48, so like 2 days fasting and then a refeed and then 2 days fasting, basically starving himself. To that extent, I mean, it's really weird because a lot of people look at fasting and they'll say like it's completely unhealthy for you. And I did a lot of research on fasting to find out, like, is this dangerous for me? Because it's a little bit, I mean, I don't remember. I think Jerome is diabetic too, I believe, because I'm type 2 diabetic. So I really have to look into it because I don't want to do anything that's going to be detrimental to my body. And sure enough, a lot of the things that's being explained pretty much it pretty much like plays it out. So because I am considered obese, I am overweight for my height. I'm only like 5'4". I have all this body fat on me, which technically can be used as energy to power my body throughout the day. So starving, not really at that point. And going through the cycle of fasting, right? Because I watched this app that tells me like what's going on with my body as I'm fasting, so I learned a little bit more about it. And one of the ways that you actually start shredding the body fat in your body is by putting your body in a state of ketosis, which is literally your body transforming your body fat through the liver, making it an energy source for you throughout the day. Yeah, he exercises, and during the time when he was considered obese, when his body was in a state of ketosis and he was working out, he was relying on his own body fat to power himself to lift those weights, to do some core workout, and then eventually end his workout session with cardio. Because really, when people are working out, that's the thing you got to do first. You know what I mean? You got to hit those weights. You got to do the really extensive, heavy workouts. You don't do cardio until the end of your workout session. You finish off with a jog. You do like a 2-mile run or a 3-mile run, and then you end it off there. So when I go to the gym, I start working out. I'll hit some of the machines first, and then switch over to free weights, and do some core workout. Then I will finish it off with a cardio. Either I hit the bikes or Jerome was bigger than me. No. I wouldn't say you're being mean for that. I mean, honestly, he was. I seen his before photos and his transition photos. Jerome's size when he first decided to start doing his journey, he was the same size as my longtime good friend Alex, who passed away 2 years ago. They were the same size, and that is big. Yeah, we do have to watch what we eat. A lot of things that we eat today is processed. It's mechanically, separated. You know what I mean? It's there's a lot of chemicals used in the products that we eat. And that's the craziest thing ever, because I'm like, the most healthiest foods that are best for you, they cost more. You're paying to live. Because you can put all this other stuff in there, the stuff that has GMO in it, the stuff that has a lot of food dye, food coloring, food additives, food preserves, steroids in the chicken. You know what I mean? Like literally, there's baby chickens that are fed steroids to grow to a full size hen when they're not even mentally mature. They haven't even gone to that point yet. So it's absolutely crazy just how bad things are. Diet is an essential, but not a diet in the way that people think. It's not just eat only vegetables and that's pretty much it. I mean, you can go vegan if you decide to make a really huge transition. But I mean, like for me, some people told me go vegan. I can't. Well, that's not that I can't. Let me backtrack that. Can't is a word I'm trying to strike from my vocabulary. Is that I don't want to. Like, I still enjoy eating fish. Yeah, I want to be able to eat chicken. Some beef every now and then, but red meat is not really good for diabetics, so it's not something that's within my feeding cycles at all, really. Every now and then, I'll cook a steak. I kind of doom myself learning how to cook a steak by watching Chef Ramsay stuff on Facebook, because now the missus prefers that when it's the night that we're gonna have steak for dinner, she wants me to cook it. I scared myself. I should have never learned that. Or I should have learned it and cooked for myself, but I cook for the whole family, and yep, now they just like, when it's steak, it's like dad cooks it. Have dad cook it. I was thinking about going pescatarian and just eating fish only, because fish is like the ultimate leanest meat out there. There's no fat. There's no fat in fish. I mean, there's certain fish that would have it. They're like whale has fat. Obviously, whale blubber. Whales have fat in them. But like salmon doesn't really have fat. Have I always been a gamer, or do you just like Stadia because of Google? I wouldn't classify myself a gamer like today's standards. Because the video games that I grew up with, I mean, people look at them today like they're nothing. You know what I mean? Games on Sega Genesis, game on Nintendo, Atari, Commodore 64, Super Nintendo, N64, Sega Saturn. Like, I played games from that timeline, from that era. Today, like my kids, like they play like Fortnite or PUBG and things like that. Like, I tried playing it. I totally stuck at those games. I'm not very good at the mechanics of first-person shooter games. I mean, I didn't even play GoldenEye on N64. You know, I never got to play that. So I never really got into like first-person shooters and things like that. But video games has been my thing. It's not the thing that I do today. You know, the reason why I play on Stadia is I like the concept of cloud gaming. Now, I could try Amazon Luna, but that's adding another monthly subscription. And since I did sign up for Stadia a year ago, and I built a catalog library of games, I'm going to continue paying for that service to have access to all those games that I have and play on those games. So, TurboGrafx 16. Yeah. Those are old. Oh, no. See, I'm ghetto rigging this. Mike, I'm ghetto rigging this. Are you ready for the reveal how I'm doing it? So what I did was I got non-copyright music from YouTube and I downloaded the video. And then, boom, I have video share going on. It's just I have my window maximized so you don't actually see the video I downloaded with the non-copyrighted music playing, just to kind of liven up the live stream. But how's it going, Mike? How are you doing today? How are you doing tonight? So, yeah. So the Stadia thing is not just based on Google. Like, my faith in Google has kind of diminished a little bit. With the different things that Google is doing nowadays, you know, it's just a little ridiculous. Baby Yoda, what's up, man? The Force is strong with you. And TechRight posted 10 reasons to buy Samsung Galaxy A72. I thought he dropped that video already. It's crazy. Yeah, it makes sense. Doing good. Just off my wrestling podcast a while ago. Nice. Yo, Caleb, what's going on? Yeah. So, yeah, Google does some pretty dumb things. I'm not too happy with them at. Yeah, I got more faith in Motorola. You got more faith in Motorola. Moto Lenovo. Well, we'll see what they do with that. Motorola's not bad at all. I don't know. I really wish that they would up their marketing. And that's Motorola's problem, their marketing. Same with LG. It is why LG is going away. LG going bye-bye. So, like, I've been scouring, like, eBay and stuff like that, per Latrell's advice, looking at, older LG devices that were, like, really cool, and debating if I'm just going to grab them just for nostalgic purposes to say, hey, I have an LG device. I mean, I have a couple of them here. I know I still have my LG G Stylo, and I might do a video on the second channel covering the LG G Stylo, the very first stylo released by LG. And yeah, you got you a FirstNet line. Nice. I mean, you have to DM me on Twitter. How the hell do you get a FirstNet line? I don't want to throw it out there for like everyone tries to get a FirstNet line, but yeah, you gotta tell me in a Twitter DM. I'm thinking about doing that. I don't have all the stylos, which sucks. I should have held on to them because then I could have done like like a remembering an LG G Stylo. I think the last one I got was the Stylo 4. I never bought the Stylo 5 or 6. Never bought those ones. So your last LG was the V20. It got stuck in a boot loop for no reason at all. Have you tried going on LG's developer site and I forgot what the hell they call it. It's basically their stock ROM. Basically, have you ever tried going on there and see if you can flash the stock ROM back on it? I mean, I'm not saying that you rooted your V20, but you could use the LG Flash tool with the stock firmware and flash the stock firmware on it. You just got to know which firmware you were on. If you were on the latest firmware that was given to the V20, or if you were like on a previous one, you got to know which one it was, because you don't want to flash the wrong firmware or you'll basically hard brick the phone. Never owned an LG Stylo? Really? I could have swore you did. Cause like, hey Keystone Tech, what's going on, man? I'm flying solo tonight, bro, because I'm not staying on that long. So if I was gonna stay on for like 2 or 3 hours, bro, I'd definitely bring you in, bring other people in too and chat. But tonight I'm just flying solo, just chit chatting and chilling. Because I remember, because B-Tech, you and I covered a lot of Virgin Mobile phones, and we were both unboxing basically the same phones within the same month. You know, if you got there were more Virgin Mobile phones you got than I got, because I know you got, what was it? Was it the Reverb? I forget what it was. Never unboxed one. Well, I think it's about high time you invested in unbox some, man. You gotta get the stylo, bro. You gotta add that. You gotta add that video to the collection of your videos on your channel, good sir. Oh yeah, man. Like I showed Mike. I don't know if you caught it when you came in here, Caleb, but I'm actually ghetto rigging this. I'll do it again. So I actually have a video playing right there with this music for background, and all I'm doing is just full screening my end to hide the video, but the sound plays. Only thing that sucks about this method is that I can't screen share. If I screen share something, it will stop the music. So for this to work, it's just basically like camera and me talk, or if I turn off the camera and just go with my avatar, I just go with my avatar and talk. Either way. What is my favorite current phone right now? Pixel 5. Yo, what's up, Maverick? F14 Tomcat. What is up? But yeah, Mike, you need to get one. Yeah. See, when there's a will, there's a way. I'm poor as hell. So building out a rig to do all these things, I don't have the money for that. However, I did find, well, I'm going to see if it works. I'm going to try it out later. But I actually, if this works, I'll have access to OBS on my Chromebook. So, because I already have, you know, basically the Linux script and Vault like active on my Chromebook, I didn't have to put it in developer mode. So what I'm going to do is open up a terminal and follow the steps that I saw on the site to download and install OBS, and see if I can figure out OBS and try it that way. G Stylus made most of my videos on my channel and the HTC U11. Nice. The N100 is the next video. I see a lot of people grabbing the N100. How are you liking it so far right now? Because yeah, I think Mike, you unboxed one, didn't you? My kids are up to something. I can hear them. That's why I like this microphone. It picks up sound in the living room. I can hear their conversations. So they can't lie to me. Dad knows everything. They're like, I always wonder, how do I know what they're talking about? This is why. And they still haven't figured it out. This microphone, which found out about this microphone from B-Tech. So it's the JLab Go. Mike has an unboxing video of it on his channel, B-Tech Reviews. So if you guys want to see the mic that I'm talking about, you can go to his channel and see the microphone that I got. Yeah, this microphone's good at picking up those those sounds, and I'm not going to tell the kids, but I can hear the stuff they talk about. It's like, you know, side story. So it was a couple of months ago, but I was live streaming and I was using this mic. And they didn't finish their dinner, so I told them, okay, you know what, no snacks, because I had bought, you know, fresh donuts from the bakery. And I can hear them talking about, they'll open it, they'll take one donut and break it 3 ways, and I won't even know what's missing. So when I open the door to my, you know, to go to the living room, I walk out there. The first thing I say to them is, gosh, a donut is missing, and they're shocked because I didn't even touch the box of donuts. And they're like, how did he know? How did he know? And I kind of played it off with them that I'm psychic. I can see everything, so it kind of freaked them out. But it's this microphone is so sensitive, it can pick up their sound. But what's cool is that the sounds it picks up from them doesn't get pushed through onto the live stream, because I'll replay the live stream and I won't hear it. I mean, if they're really loud, like laughing and running and screaming, you'll hear them. But when they're talking, you don't hear them. But I can hear them. It's crazy. So what I did was I added a wind muff that was on my other one, my toners, my toner TC777s. I took the wind muff off that and I forced it on to this one. So that way I don't need a pop filter or anything like that. And it's just weird to have like a pop filter right here, just cover like half my face or whatever. So great phone for the price, dual speakers and SD storage up to 256. Got a great price for it. Nice. Yeah, Caleb. So nobody's conversations in my home is safe, especially when I have this mic going. I'm really thinking about upgrading from this. I'm still using this. I'm still using the original air freshener Google Home. I don't know. I think the audio on this thing is actually pretty good. I still use it. Big Brother microphone. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's a good mic for the price. It is $50. I mean, I got it for $50. I think you got a deal on it, didn't you? When you picked yours up, Mike, was it like on a sale where you got it for like 30 something? Let's see. The first pop part was done with the LG Velvet in respect of LG losing it cell phone division. Yes. Oh, part, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of sad to see LG go. You know, because LG wasn't bad. I think there are some people who really don't dabble with mobile tech, so they assume like LG's gone because they were garbage. They were not garbage. LG was good. The problem with LG was sometimes they were too good for their own good, or they just didn't put the correct marketing behind their products. It's like you could build a decent phone, but you're not going to market it well. So how the hell would people know it's there? You know what I mean? There's still people that I know of that haven't even heard of the LG Velvet. Most people know about the LG Wing because it's an unorthodox phone. LG trying to be innovative, opening up that wing, making it look like one of the ectoplasma readers that Egon had from Ghostbusters. That's what the LG Wing reminds me of. Yeah. My best LG device was the LG G2. Oh, I remember the LG G2. I think my brother had that one. My younger brother. Thank their tech gods for that in the USA. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's also my frustration with YouTube. There are a lot of good tech reviewers across the entire board. I mean, one of the problems that we fight today is that the space in tech is overly flooded, okay? I'm sorry to sound like a dick to like new tech YouTubers coming in, you know what I mean? But this space is absolutely full. I mean, we're packed in like sardines now. There are so many different tech reviewers. It's really hard to try and set yourself apart. I mean, you got a lot of them that just do mobile phone unboxings, and that's all they do is mobile phone unboxings. And you got those that do mobile phone unboxings and slight mobile tech news, and you got those that are mobile tech news, and you got those that are, you know, talking about the 5G network and everything like that. Like it's so much. But the downside to that is that the algorithm only pushes the main top people, and then those are the ones that have their videos circulated, and then people hang on every word that they say. You know, for the longest time I advocated for those here on YouTube like Carlos and Sneed and all of them. Like, people need to follow them because they have a different perspective. They bring something different to the table. We're not birds being regurgitated food from the same mother bird, you know what I mean? Because that's all we're getting right now is everyone's saying the same damn thing when it comes to a phone. This is the reason why I've lost my interest really in mobile technology to that degree. I don't make videos on this channel about that. Like, I'll go live and I'll talk about what I want to say, and that's it. And one and done, click live, broadcast, say what I gotta say, boom, I'm done, I'm out. Like, I'm not really diving in and making videos and doing all the editing and all that extra shit I used to do, only because I don't feel like there's not really much I can say. You know, I'm saying the same thing that the next man is saying, and it's just, to me, it's just like, Like, plus, I've been on here since 2011. I think it's time for other people to kind of shine, you know? You gotta take that back seat sometimes and know when your time is done. And because there's a lot of good reviewers coming in now, new ones coming in right now too. I mean, yes, this is a flooded market, but there are some that are really good, you know, and I want to see them succeed. And there's no way they're going to succeed if I'm one of the barriers in their way of allowing them to ascend. I mean, they got to bust a viral video to get past me. If they do the slow growth like I did, they're not going to, because my channel has grown slow, like super fucking slow. Okay, I've been on here since 2011. I've only amassed 11,200 subscribers, and I'm at the point where it keeps fluctuating. I hit over 11,200, and like a day or two later, it'll drop down to 11,190. I'm stuck there. I'm not moving any higher. But at the same time, too, I'm not pushing that hard. It's not a goal of mine to reach 20K subscribers or anything like that. I just want to have fun on here and just talk about what I like to talk about. Because if I don't have this platform to speak, my wife's head is going to explode when I talk her head off about 5G or Google Pixels or Samsung devices or, you know, the latest earbuds, which I'm trying to find the Skullcandy Dimes. I don't know if you guys heard about those. The Skullcandy Dimes are supposed to be really good wireless earbuds, and they only cost $25. And I want to try them out because I have the Skullcandy, the Evo Sesh, and I forgot what the other one is called. Hold on, I got it right here, but I forgot what its name is. But then I also have these. These are pretty good too. I like these. I need to charge them soon too. That's what I'll do right now. Stick them on a charger and charge the case up, because there we go. Rise from your grave. Let's see. Across the world, we must get balls to let them know we mean business. Yeah. And you know what I mean? Like, YouTube used to be so different back in the day. It used to be so different. I mean, you know, like if I hit 100,000 subscribers and there were new people coming in and I was interacting with them, you know, I would feel, not out of necessity, but, you know, just out of me wanting to lift them, to get them exposure, to bring them up. You know, I'm already up here. Let me help you get up here too, so you can help the next man up. It used to be about that. Collaborations, you know, it really used to be about that. It's not like that anymore. You know, one of the saddest things that kind of, you know, and this may sound weird as hell, but I'm always transparent. I'm straight out with you guys. I'm a no bullshit type of guy, and I can care less if someone gets mad at me. But one of the things that kind of broke my heart was I was watching a live stream that had El Jefe. And I like his videos when he talks about audio equipment, headphones, earbuds, you name it. You know, he covers that stuff good, and I trust his opinions on things. Well, what kind of broke my heart was Technoid wanted to work with him. Technoid even mentioned in the live stream, in the chat, that he wanted to work with El Jefe. Like, that was one of his heroes. And then to hear El Jefe's response that he doesn't fuck with anybody that he doesn't know. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, you're about your business, you're about your money, you're grinding on YouTube, you're trying to get that paycheck, you're trying to get that money and everything. Like, I can't fault the guy for that. But I really thought that it was the way that it was conveyed back, I think could have been done in a better fashion. Like, the letdown could have been done better than just a straight out, I don't know you and you don't seem like somebody on YouTube, so I ain't working with you type of thing. Because that's, you know, that's how it felt. That's how it came. If El Jefe didn't mean to make it sound like that, he sure as hell made it sound like that. And I don't think he even knows that. And I'm not throwing shade on the guy. I'm not trying to make the guy or paint the guy in a bad light. I'm just saying, like, you know, part of the reason that people feel that way, you know, is because the collaborative community is really not there anymore. It's all about group sections, you know. I got 100K subscribers. You got 100K subscribers. We should fuck with each other. But, you know, a guy that's got 100K subscribers is less likely to mess with someone that only has 100 subscribers. You see what I'm saying? And the reason for that is because they're going to look at that channel and say, what is that channel going to benefit me? It's not about benefiting you. You're supposed to help the next person up. That's how YouTube was before. Before all this stuff changed and all this bullshit happened. That's how it was before. You help the next person up. You help the next person up. You build a tighter community, but that's not exclusive, but inclusive. It needs to be inclusive. Let's see. Across the world, we must. Oh, yeah, I read that. How do you feel about the MLB has caved into the woke mob? Um, man, I mean, to be honest with you about that stuff, about the Major League Baseball and all that other stuff, man. I mean, to be serious, it's just the way things are today. I mean, one of the things that I blame on why people can't grasp what's going on to them around the world right now or around the country right now is because the No Child Left Behind. The No Child Left Behind literally pushed kids into grades ahead and ahead and ahead, even if they didn't grasp majority of what they were supposed to learn in the grade before. And one of the reasons why we have a grade scale, in our schooling is because, like, what you learn in kindergarten, you take with you to first grade. You can't advance in first grade learning unless you get the basics, which is kindergarten. And it always goes up in levels. To be able to learn second grade stuff, you must know first grade stuff or you will not grasp second grade stuff. And that goes all the way to grade 12. When you have a thing such as No Child Left Behind, you are passing someone that shouldn't even pass to the next grade. So they're not grabbing everything that they need to. They're not learning, even better skills as far as like free thinking and those types of things. So when you're put into a scenario that you're told what to think and how to act, you're more likely to go that route because you don't free think for yourself. You don't think logically for yourself. You don't deep think to understand what possibly could be going on. Could this be legit and true, or could this absolutely be a ruse to make you think a certain way and do someone else's bidding? So when I see stuff like that, like the Major League Baseball caved into the woke mob and all that stuff, to be honest with you, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me because of the way things are going on today. My favorite word to toss around on social media is hypocrisy. I say hypocrisy a lot because I find it hypocritical for people to tell me they're all about unity, but then they want to divide and separate someone from them just because they don't think exactly like them. I'm going to cancel you. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to tear your life down. I'm going to make you lose your job. I'm going to dox you, get everything about you, and share it to everybody else that thinks like me so we can attack you. That is today's mentality. You got to walk on eggshells. You got to be careful what you say on social platforms because you could be canceled. So, yeah. TJ, what's up, man? I'm glad to have you here. When it comes to the media back in the day, it used to mean help others with nothing to getting back. But now it's I'm going to help you, but I have to gain something from you to help you. And that's just how it is. Exactly. I still remember my elementary teachers, absolutely ruthless. Bro, the weirdest thing was I didn't know that corporal punishment was allowed in schools in Hawaii. And I didn't think that my gym teacher could use a paddle on me because I was giving him a hard time. Till I found out that corporal punishment was actually allowed back in my day in 1994 in Hawaii. I got my ass whooped by my gym teacher because I threw a desk across the room. Like I said, I was a wannabe badass punk and I got myself into trouble just wanting people to look at me as the bad guy. And bro, I got totally screwed. I got whooped by a freaking paddle. It beat the crap out of me. Yeah, I got paddled. I was in 1994 and I learned my lesson. I never threw a desk in my gym teacher's class. Never. Preach, Tito. Maverick. Yeah. No, I mean, it's these things. It's I don't want to say it's logic and make people think that I'm saying that they're stupid because I'm not. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of factors. There's those that's around you. They play an influence on you, right? One of the things my father told me that I found out to be true, he used to tell me, he used to say, son, show me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. Because when you are surrounded by people, you are influenced. Who's blocking who? What are you talking about? But he'll tell you like who your friends are will tell you who you are, who you surround yourself by. It's the influence of the masses. That's something that's been around for the longest time because it's called social acceptability. Wait, who are you talking to? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is being monetized. Yeah, we'll keep it clean. But uh but yeah, so social acceptance is really what it is. And so a lot of people are influenced by those that's around them. That's why I said, like, like it is a logical thing to think. You can see what's going on and what's happening around us. You can see how quick it is for people to be divided so fast. People to hang on to the very minute things and use that as a reason to say that, we're not cool, we're not on the same level, and forget about all the other things that you may have in common. Today, I would like more people to get along. I would like more people to talk. I would like more people to look at the things that they have in common and not the things that they don't. I don't care, what side of the political scale you're on. You always have a voice to say things here. I said that, to Michael Loke, who comes in here, and he talks about things, and he and I do disagree on things, but I never cancel him out of here because I'm not that type of person. You have a brain to think for yourself. You go with what you feel. You do what you're gonna do. All else, we like tech, so we have a common ground. Now we gotta start throwing in that ambient music. Yeah, the only thing that sucks about it is that I can't I can't share nothing on the screen because then it will cut out the sound. Because technically it is sharing. Because like ever since StreamYard updated, and now it allows you to share a video file that's on your computer or laptop versus doing the share where you share a Chrome tab or you share something like that. So it allows it allows you to share like a video. So it's considered a share. So if I try to open up another share, like to share like a Chrome tab or something, it will close this out and then the music would stop. That's the only thing. I need, like, I'm gonna email StreamYard about it and just be like, hey, can we upload like ambient sounds or synth sounds or anything that's like non-copyright to play that won't affect the sharing capability. So it's something that can be played. So yeah, my dad paddled when he was a teacher in Chester, Pennsylvania, a very rough city. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think we need corporal punishment back. Kids today are just running rampant. Too bad Streamlabs doesn't let you share two streams. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna find out because I'm gonna install OBS on my Pixelbook through the Linux terminal. See how that works out. But I think like for live streams like this where I'm not gonna share a screen or anything like that, this will be just fine to play music and just chat with the chat room and everything like that. I think it'd be pretty cool. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, I still haven't opened a Twitter space and done that yet. And after finding out from Apple Watch that if you don't use it, Twitter will take it away from you because it's still in beta, I'm just like, shit, I need to get on this. I need to get on this before they take my access away. I mean, eventually I'll get my access back because when it rolls out fully, But yeah, I think it'll be a couple of days before I share the same thing that I shared on the members only live stream tonight. I did a members only live stream. So Caleb, if you're still a member of my channel, you might be able to see that live stream. But I talked about how Twitter, the monopoly of Twitter, is dangerous. And yeah, it goes pretty deep. It's a conspiracy theory. I'm warning people, so don't take my words as facts. But it is something to kind of like start thinking about how, because big tech companies and government go hand in hand, quid pro quo between them. Big tech companies do stuff for politicians, and politicians do things that benefit big tech companies. So, yeah, just check it out if you haven't seen it. It's in the community, so you'll find the link in the community post. So when you go through your YouTube feed, you'll see it. Yeah, Twitter is creepy. Yeah. That's what I did. That's what I found out because I was always curious. Like, I know you can't go to OBS's site and download it because it only has it, for Mac and for PC. But then I seen for Linux too. I seen a tab for Linux, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can run Linux on my Chromebook. and with my Pixelbook, and because of the latest update to Chromebooks and the Pixelbook, allows you to actually use the terminal and install apps on Linux without having to put the Chromebook in developer mode. So you don't have to do that whole thing with putting it in developer mode to be able to do that. You can actually do it straight out. And so that's how I installed Steam, because eventually I'm trying to get a gamepad to work with Steam on my Pixelbook so I can do gameplay of Streets of Rage 4 on a live stream, and do that, since I don't have the money to go out and buy a capture card for the Nintendo Switch and try to do it that way. But I have Steam downloaded, so yeah, I'm gonna install OBS. Now you guys can hear my kids. They're running up and down the hallway. I think they're playing Among Us. My kids are so awesome. So yes, they do play video games, but they also take what they play on video games and they emulate it in real life. So right now they're playing Among Us. I don't know who the sus is, as I like to tell me. They're like, Dad, Rain is sus. Rain is my youngest son. That's his name, Rain. And they're like, Rain is sus. I'm like, the hell? They're like, suspect. I'm like, why don't you just say the whole word? But now I know I'm getting old. I'm 38. I'm going to be 39 this August. And they say stuff like sus. And I'm just like, what? We are the voice. Yes, we are the voice. There are people that don't want to be awakened from what they're going through right now. It's just like the same thing. Like today, before I end the live stream, because I've been on for about an hour now, but I'll share the story with you. So today there was a woman who was actually upset with me. Now here in Arizona, they have lifted the mask mandates, right? So it's up to the businesses. If the business wants you to wear a mask, it falls under the same thing, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Now it's no mask, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Some stores don't demand it. So we went to Albertsons. And Albertsons does not require you to wear a mask inside the store. They will not force you to do it. So I hate wearing a mask because I hate, just being suffocated and smothered. So I went in there for the first time without wearing a mask. I went in. Okay, some people are going to get mad at me and be like, what are you doing? You're going to spread the virus. I don't have the virus, so I can't spread something I don't have. So I think people that are going to tell me you're going to spread the virus, shut up. You don't even know what I have. But anyways, I went in there, I walked around, and a woman was completely upset that I didn't have my mask. And so out of respect for this lady, because she was elderly, she was throwing a fit about it, I put my mask on. I carried it in my pocket because I knew someone was going to probably get mad. And rather than, make a scene, because I'm not the type of person that wants to make a scene and record it and upload it somewhere. I'm not that type of person. So she made a scene to me, and I put my mask on. But what I noticed is that people are still afraid. The mask, even though I can show this woman, hey, I can show you exactly where it tells you the mask does not do anything. It doesn't help you. Won't change anything, because the mask has become people's Linus's blanket. Y'all remember Linus from Charlie Brown? He always carried that blanket as a safety net, a security thing. And masks have become that for millions of Americans. When they put the mask on, they feel safe. Even if it doesn't do anything, it's like a placebo. It makes them feel safe. And we've come to that point already. That's the saddest thing about today. We have come to the point that we look to a mask, cloth, or whatever material as a safety net for us to go outside. We have been conditioned to look at our differences instead of what we have in common. We are easily divided instead of united. Yet we, in a hypocritical way, scream unity. But the unity that some are screaming for is unity. You have to believe what I believe. I think this one is actually kind of loud, so let me lower it a little bit. There you go. But that's what's happening today. So it's sad to say it like that. But anyhow, all right, so I am going to hop off. I do want to thank everybody that came in and hung out and chilled with me tonight for this Saturday night chill stream. Appreciate you guys for being here. I will tweet when I'm going to do a live and have multiple people on. So those that do want to join in and have, just a chit chat discussion can jump on. I haven't done one of those in a while, and I'm looking forward to doing one. So If y'all follow me on Twitter, y'all will know when I'm going to do it. I'm not going to go live tomorrow. So, yeah, Sunday I'm going to take it easy and just chill. But, yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. Y'all stay safe out there. Much love to all you guys. Be cool. And try to be positive. Try to be optimistic. Even though through dark times, keep your head up. Keep your spirits up. Know that there's somebody out there praying for you. Know that there's somebody who gives a damn about you. And know that there's somebody who stands next to you. That's me. I will always stand next to you regardless. I will always be there to try and uplift you because I am for being inclusive and really, really uniting. And you don't have to think like me to unite with me, right? You don't have to. We can always agree to disagree on things, but I will always respect you as long as you don't overstep my lines and my boundaries. So that's it for right now, guys. You guys have a great evening. See you on Monday. Peace.